everybody. Greetings and welcome to Ozarks Live.
It is Thursday, December 38th, 2020 today.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah, we haven't shifted yet, I don't feel.
It's been a long couple of days.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
But we're glad to be here, and we're glad you're with us for sure. Still snowing a little bit outside, but, you know, it's not really sticking, so what do I care?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one. I wish they could figure out a way to do snow in 72 degrees, but I haven't worked that out. We've put Jamie to the task. Don't know if he can do it either. But
I don't know. I'm pulling for him.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great? I know.
You know what today is?
What? Oh, yeah, apparently I do.
Yes, you do, because I said, hey, this is National Bobblehead Day. See, there is Joy, and there I am. I even have a little, for some reason, like a receding hairline and a bald spot and stuff like that. But those are our bobbleheads. One of our engineers, Josh, actually did 3D imaging on it and printed it up. And
He made it on a 3D printer that he
3D
made
printer.
using a 3D printer.
He spelled my name right, everything, and it was great. I mean, that is exactly what I was wearing, and same for you when those were made.
He put us on the, what is it, the Connect machine where it goes around us.
Well, he did that for you, but all he did.
Oh, did you not do that for you?
No, I stood still and he walked around.
He went around.
Me. Yeah.
I was on the Lazy Susan
Yeah,
thing.
Lazy Susan thing.
That was crazy. That was really fun. I'm proud to have a bobblehead.
Here are a few facts about bobbleheads, by the way. In the 1700s, that's the first record of bobbleheads. They were called temple knotters. The earliest are modeled after Buddha and other religious figures.
Buddha? Did you say Buddha?
Buddha.
And Buddha?
I think that's the British pronunciation.
The people who know
Buddha.
say Buddha.
I'm sorry, but Buddha.
Like
in
Buddha.
The 1760s, bobbleheads, they made their way from China to Europe. They were made from ceramics. In the 1920s, the first sports bobblehead was made. It was a generic basketball player. I've looked for pictures of all of these and I can't
So
find
it wasn't any particular basketball
no, just
player?
Generic,
They just made
somebody
it generic?
playing basketball. 1964, one of the first sets of human bobbleheads that aren't athletes, the Beatles. 1991, to commemorate the 40th anniversary of Candlestick Park, the San Francisco Giants give away 20,000 Willie Mays bobbleheads. Yeah. And this kind of brought back interest in bobbleheads that had all but disappeared in the 70s. And in 2015, the first National Bobblehead Day is celebrated. Ta-da! So it's 5 years.
Okay.
Plus, one of two surviving bobbleheads of the 1961-1962 New York Yankees team is auctioned for almost $60,000. Both of those are one of a kind, and we'll start the bidding at $60,000.
Oh, yeah. Call us if you're interested.
Yeah, and maybe even two for $60,000.
Probably.
Yeah, okay.
We'll give you a good deal. Anyway, yeah, I never thought I'd have a bobblehead in my lifetime. All right. We have got a full show for you guys today. We are talking with our friends from Cherry Health Center, the Springfield Symphony, the Humane Society. Who else?
And our friends from Price Cutter and Andy Klein from Carbon Trace Productions.
Yeah, new documentaries. Fascinating stuff. But before we get to all that, we're going to show you what's on the radar. Tom, you go first.
All right. Now, here's a good example of thinking outside the box. The Little Traverse Inn up in Lalanu County, I hope I pronounced that right, it's up in Michigan anyway, has built 5 ice shanties. That's not really a big deal. Those anglers up in the frozen north like sitting in those things during the winter and pulling fish out of frozen Lake Traverse Lake. But these are not for fishing. These shanties, at a total cost of $25,000, were designed and decorated by local artists, allowing the inn to continue outdoor dining despite the cold winter temperatures. Graham Leask, owner and chef at the Little Traverse, said he and his employees came up with the idea when indoor dining was suspended due to the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Each of the shanties contains a private dining room for up to 6 people, and they have led to increased reservations, and not only that, but it has allowed the inn to bring 4 people back to work and actually hire a 5th. Yeah, the Michiganders is smart.
Them is smart. That would be really fun, wouldn't it?
It would be.
To go, check out one of those.
Yeah, I sure wouldn't want to eat outdoors in Michigan right now.
Not
It's
so much. Have you
kind
ever
of chilly up
been
there.
out on the ice for ice fishing before? Have you ever done that?
No.
I think it'll be fun.
You do?
But
Well, those shanties are supposed to be pretty warm.
Yeah.
They keep them warm, but still, there's ice there.
I know that would be super
And you have
weird.
to walk out there or whatever.
I'm not a cold girl that way. All right, drones are handy, of course.
Yeah.
You know, you can get a view of your property that you never had before. Farmers use them every now and again to keep track of their crops and their livestock. And now there is something new, something really otherworldly. Some are calling this the Smellicopter. Okay? Stick with me here. A mechanical engineer from the University of Washington named Melanie Anderson created this thing. It is a drone that senses odor with an onboard moth antenna. All right, like I said, stay with me here for a sec. According to an article in Wired, she cold anesthetized a hawk moth, removed its antenna, and attached it to a tiny wire hooked up to an electrical circuit. Okay? The tiny little antenna produces a sort of pulse in response to odor. So how do you utilize it? See, now we're putting this thing together. Well, how about if you could use it to sniff out explosives? You know, drugs.
Cool.
The team is training the Smellicopter to target odors. They're currently using flower compounds. And according to the article, it's worked 100% of the time. These little antennae can detect not parts per million, but parts per trillion. There's one problem, though. The moth antenna only lives for about 4 hours.
Oh.
Anderson says from here they may be able to figure out how to genetically engineer a live moth to sniff out certain chemicals. But that's what happens when you get to thinking outside the box. It's like, well, what if we just took that
No
antenna, stuck it on this drone?
We're doing Frankenstein stuff here.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about the events of the last few days. If you could have something like that that could literally, you know, they have the robots, they can roll them in there and they can pick things up and move them. But what if they could detect that?
You know what's next?
What?
An elephant trunk. Yeah, because that'll work too.
Call them up.
Might
Call them up,
last
Tom. It's a
longer.
great, and no one will notice that.
No,
Yeah.
leave the elephants alone.
Yeah, no one will notice an elephant truck. No.
Recently, Washington Township Police in New Jersey responded to trouble in a local restaurant's parking lot. But this wasn't your usual disturbance call. There was a report of a group wreaking havoc at the McDonald's on Route 31 South. An officer was dispatched and quickly got matters in hand. Well, both hands, actually. The group was a flock. The flock was only 2, and the perps were chickens. Turns out the fowls were harassing and chasing customers and pecking at car tires. All right, was this a semi-organized protest about chicken nuggets? Well, the chickens aren't talking, so we may never know. After capturing the yardbirds, they were taken to the Common Sense for Animals shelter, where they were later claimed by their owners.
That just sounds like a call we'd get here in the Ozarks. So, you know, every now and again you hear on the scanner there's a cow out or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Chickens at McDonald's. Come get your chickens.
Yeah.
Big
Nothing
news.
worse than feral chickens.
No, you don't want feral chickens.
Don't
You gotta-
mess with them guys.
You got to watch them every second.
All right, coming up, we get to sit down and talk with our friends from over at Cherry Health Center to hear all about what they're doing for our community.
Yeah, you don't want to miss it. Don't go away. We're just getting started.